So here's a catch-22 for you, and it's a quote by me. Real focus can't happen without clarity, but then real clarity can't happen without focus. So in order to succeed in life then, yeah, and to reach your goals, you need both clarity and focus. You like go, duh. But here's the problem, and it becomes this like vicious cycle because the main obstacle to achieving that clarity is usually that lack of focus. And that becomes a problem because obviously when you're not clear or focused about what you want to achieve, it's difficult to see the path and know where you're going, and you can run around in a fog. And without a plan, you get caught up in that minutiae of everyday life, like keeping busy with your family and busy being not productive. Mind, by the way, it's not the same thing. But do you ever get distracted with like socials and emails and texts and phone calls and doing this and doing that and run around the house doing half things? You go outside to pull the washing in and start weeding the garden and then leave the washing half hung up and the weeds half done, and you come in and it gets silly. And before you know it, the whole day's gone and all of a sudden we didn't get anything done towards our goals today. So that compounds and you get even more confused and more unclear about everything, which is the best way to get yourself stuck in apathy and overwhelm and wanting to give up. So if this is the first time you're joining me, welcome to MindFit Mornings. I'm your host, Pamela Hartnell, and for the next 8 minutes, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and strategies on today's topic, which is the need for clarity to be able to take action. And if you've just joined us for the first time, this is season 2 of MindFit Mornings, where I share these strategies and tools and try to offer you a different perspective so you can live your life by design rather than default. Now, clarity is this week and this month, actually, we're on Clarity Month. And without clarity, you just float through life, as I was saying, living day by day on autopilot and not achieving or getting anything that you really want out of life. And maybe you find it impacts you by finding yourself constantly taking the wrong job or staying in the wrong relationship over and over when you no longer, it's already let you go, but you're still holding on. And I did a quote yesterday, like, why are you still holding on when the person you're holding on has already let you go? And that comes to not valuing yourself and compromising all the time. So when we don't have goals, we never achieve that one thing that we were born to be great at. And yes, we were all born to be great at something. We will all have a unique skill set that only we can do. And, sadly, the thing for me when I'm working with my clients is not many people discover theirs, right? And you can be good at tons of things, but there's one thing, and that one thing you were born to do, you do it naturally, and it doesn't feel like a job, and it doesn't feel like work, and you could do it standing on your head with your eyes closed. And that one thing, when you discover what it is, will give you all the happiness and the freedom and the recognition and confidence that you really want. Like for me, I love doing this. I love sharing 30, 40 years worth of coaching and knowledge and wisdom to hopefully help one person get a different perspective on the thing that's keeping them stuck, or get a better view of themselves, or love themselves more. Now, if you don't know what you're good at, you may be good at lots of things. I know I'm good at lots of things, but there's one thing that you're really brilliant at and that it really lights you up. And if you take the time to find that one thing that you're passionate about, start there instead. And I actually had one of my clients said, well, I don't actually feel passionate about anything either. And that's perfect too, because you could start there. Start with unpacking why you're not passionate about anything. And tell you what, clues come in the form of obstacles. And I'm just going to say hello to High Tech Mother. What is that one thing though? You've got to wait for a little bit longer there, High Tech Mother, joining us from YouTube. It comes in the way of obstacles, okay? If you don't know what you're passionate about and you don't know what's going on, just like, where am I stuck then? Just start unpacking where you are right now and trying to understand yourself and understand that the obstacles get in your way can be either internal, like from ego, and they come out as like laziness or prejudice or whatever, or they can be external, obviously, as in physical, social, even economic. It's important just to go, what are my obstacles? Why am I not getting what I want to get? Why am I not doing what I want to do? Because not working to achieve this understanding of why I'm stuck where I am, why am I not getting am I lazy? Why am I lazy? If you want more, if you're happy where you are, this doesn't apply to you. But if you want more, get an understanding of your obstacles. Because if you don't, it's like going on a road trip without a map, right? You're not even going to get started. You're going to sit in the car and your person that you're going to go with is going to go, okay, where are we going? You go, right. I don't know. So which way do you start driving, right? And that's the same thing without having clarity, a clarity roadmap. Here you go. How's that for another term? Leading you step by step towards your goal. All right. And now obviously then that becomes a major problem because your mind can't give you all the instructions or the prompts or the hints that you need to move in the right direction to achieve that goal. So to reiterate then, because it's important to your success, and I do like to bang on the drum about things sometimes when it's important, because I want you to really get this into your head, that that lack of clarity is that equals scattered focus. It equals confusion and stress and inaction. And at the end of the day, you're going to be completely unhappy and dissatisfied with life. So clarity is paramount, right? It's the point where work really starts. And the best way to get that clarity is just to identify, like I was saying, what's really keeping you stuck. Understand those obstacles in the way. And first start, are they internal or are they external? Like, what are they? And where do they come from? And take the time to dig really deep with this, because there are so many things that are obstacles that can get away that clarity that you may not even recognize as being an obstacle. You know, like that busyness thing I mentioned earlier. Busy is not the same as productive, okay? Like I worked with a lady that she was busy all day, like seriously busy. But when we broke it down, that she wasn't productive. She was busy doing all sorts of things, but never achieving anything. And so and that was her obstacle. She just kept herself busy so that she didn't really go into anything too deep. So those obstacles are anything that stop you from getting what you want in life and going off and chasing your goals and your dreams. Okay. So the 6 top things that I've realized with working for 30 years with clients that struggle when it comes to getting clear on what they want from life and going after their dreams are that lack of focus, right? And we've all been caught up with that at some point. Distractions, and like now today they're like multi-pill. There's all that social media and Facebook and Twitter, and I find myself getting stuck on TikTok. I think I'm going to look at 3 or 4 videos. An hour later, I'm still going through laughing and crying at the dog ones and crying at the singing ones. I love those ones. Just social media, it's crazy. And then there's emails and phone and family and gaming and all of these things that are complete distractions. And they're going to stop you, because if you take the hours that you spend doing that and put it towards being more constructive towards your goals, it's going to be you'll find that there's a massive change and a massive difference. So then what else is there? There's fear of change and being afraid of making that change and being unwilling to let go of the things that no longer serve you, causing that makes you doubt. And then obviously there's confusion and even conflict, right? And there's tons, but you get the idea. So like, where is your obstacle? What's keeping you stuck? If we sit back and look at it from an outside point of view, what's that one thing that is really keeping you stuck and where you don't want to be? Because, you're in a good place when you understand that, to take the right steps then to start unpacking that and removing anything that's going to get in your way. And if you can't remove it, then at least learn how to give it and look at them with a different perspective. And David Collins, good morning. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. Absolutely. I used to say that all the time. But the key point then is to focus on seeing your obstacles in a different light and giving them a different perspective. Okay, because we all face obstacles in our lives that can prevent us from achieving our dreams. And good morning, Kathy Crapper Sebastian. I limit my time to 29 minutes on social media and 25 minutes on emails. People hate it. I love it. 100% peace and joy. Totally agree with that. And I'm about to do the same thing myself, Sebastian. So, and that was one of my obstacles, just getting distracted. So it's important to know what those obstacles are so you can do what you need to do to change them, right? And rather than letting them stop you from moving forward, because seriously, it'll be something that you really forget. You'll really regret, not forget. You'll really regret. You'll get to the end of your life and go, I wished I hadn't. And then it's like, pfft. So personally, getting a different perspective is one of my greatest skills. And it's one of my favorite things to do, because you can learn how to see obstacles as opportunities. And when you start doing that, I promise you, your personal growth will just like go through the roof. All right. Getting you to see a different perspective is my passion. and something I'm really going to work on with this in this series that we're going to do now. And it's something I actually go a lot deeper into my flagship program, 6-week Reset Your Life program, where you learn to see things as they really are, because that's what clarity is, right? Clarity is the ability to see things as they really are, because it's quite interesting how our perception of obstacles can change based on that level of clarity. Because when we're not clear about who we are, or what we want, or what we're capable of, those obstacles can just seem like insurmountable. And then compare that to when you're clear about all of those things, about your goals and goals, your obstacles then can become much smaller and easier to overcome, because you start looking for a solution, right? And you start focusing on, what can I do to get past that obstacle, rather than getting caught and stuck by it. So I hope that's actually making sense to you, because I'm going to wrap up now, but I want to reiterate, to take the time to identify the obstacles in your life. That really is a massive step. Like, if you want more, as I said before, then stop and take 20 minutes each day and go, why am I stuck here? Like, what is keeping me stuck? And what would I do if Pam could wave a magic wand for me? What would I want her to do? All right? Keep it real, guys. and look at your biggest distractions. Focus to serve. Love that, high tech mother. Thank you for joining us from YouTube. And be truthful about the impact that those distractions are having on you. Like, if you want to get somewhere, you've got to be truthful about your own role in what you're doing, right? And like I said, I can waste a lot of time on that TikTok. I wish I'd never discovered it. So now I have to go, as Sebastian does, limit my time on that. And be truthful when you're writing about the impact that they're having on your life and your capacity to create that life that you really want. And have those notes ready for Friday. Mark Sullivan, thank you for joining from YouTube. We often see what suits our thoughts rather than what is actually in front of us. Mark, that's actually true. And there's a beautiful saying that says, I'm a distraction. I love that high-tech word. There's a beautiful quote that says, by Anne Nin, and it says, we don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are. So think about that, and write down what that means for you too. So, okay, so for Friday then, have your notes ready for Friday, because I'm going to give you a structured 5-step process so you can learn how to change things to a different perspective and see things clearly, as well as a 6-step strategy to deal with those obstacles so you can overcome them and live more intentionally, all right? And start learning to live your life on purpose rather than just existing. That's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the show. And if you got something out of it, I would love for you to help others too, so they may benefit. There are over 100 videos on my YouTube channel and personal development. So if you know anyone who's struggling, I'd appreciate your help in spreading these messages, because people need them more than ever right now. Thank you for being here. Be sure to join my online community, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And my greatest wish for you, as always, is to be MindFit, so you can live your best life and live it with passion. Reset, be authentic, and be you. Thanks for now.